Welcome back, Customizer Kitties, to another Customizer Corner. What are we customizing in this corner? Why, it's the actual figurines that come with the Zord toys. Now, why do I look as crazy as I look? Because we're dealing with paint, acrylic paint actually, model paint, and it has fumes, so I've got fans going and all that fun stuff. Got this so it doesn't get stuck in my hands. Got a mask to, keep out the fumes. So, this actual video will come in several segments since I have to wait for each part to dry. But they'll all be edited together for your viewing pleasure. I am going to be using Testors Auto Paints. And as you can see, I've got red here taped off so that when the paint is applied, it won't be, bleeding all over the place and making a huge mess. So I am focusing on two primary colors, white and black. White for the gloves and the collar, black for the pants. When those dry, I'll be moving on to doing the I'm looking for. Well, I'll be working on doing the cuffs, which will be in silver, both cuffs, and that's pretty much about it. Because I'm not sure if I'd be able to get the gold detailing around the edge. I'll certainly try it, but my primary focus are going to be the big areas. So, with that said, let's start off with our black pants, since they're the largest areas. I'll go with a flat black, which is, according to my notes here, this color. And we're just going to be applying it directly to the model, carefully following the contours that I have crossed off with my tape here. I'm just using regular masking tape, nothing fancy. So I think I'm going to turn this about so I have quicker access to my target paint. As you can see, I'm not doing anything horribly complicated. I'm literally just painting the area that is not covered by my tape. And since this thing does have everything molded, I'm being cautious of the actual coattails, which I couldn't quite completely cover. I got a little bit of overwork there, but it's so far coming along very nicely. I guess if there's a little bit of over, I can't do too much about it. I said long ago the Customizer Corner would not just would cover all aspects of the customizing community, and this is one of them. Taking a toy that may have been a little bit underwhelming as it came out of the box, and touching it up to make it a little bit more fun and enjoyable. Now it's looking like I've pretty much done everything I can on this top layer. So if I turn this over to get the bottom, obviously this paint here will wind up getting running and sticking to the paper under it. So right now I'm just applying a few extra coats so I'm not seeing any red poke through. I still got some poke through here at the cuff. I'm probably going to have to apply a couple extra coats when it's all done. I have some of that that's coming down the edge. I'm just evenly spreading it out as best I can. But already this figure is looking worlds better than where it was before. But, yep, there it is. It's starting to come through the bottom, so I'm going to leave that there. Leave my black brush here, close up the actual paint, and move on to a new brush. I'm going to be going with white, so I'm going to go flat white, just the one right next to it. And since this is the first pass, I'm just literally going to be covering the hand in white paint. I can come back later and fix it up, but for now, I just want to get that paint on there. Again, same thing here. I'm just evenly spreading my paints. Of course, if it drips onto the tape, that's perfectly fine. Do a little bit of work here in the collar. That's why you tape off the edges. And of course, I've got a splotch that fell on the leg. Wonderful. And that's pretty much about it for this session. I have to wait for the paint to dry before I do anything else. So I move my paint out of the way. See if I can remove that white splotch with some of this black paint here. And I can. And that's about it for now. We're just going to wait for it to dry and then come back and do the second applique, the blacks and the whites. So I will see you again at the next jump cut. That's a wrap.